Hi friends.
Welcome to the world of Gazette.
Today, we are going to study together about the introduction to probability distribution. In most statistical problems, we are concerned with one number or a few numbers that are associated with the outcomes of experiments. When inspecting a manufactured product, we may be interested only in the number of defectives. In the analysis of a road test, we may be interested only in the average speed and the average fuel consumption. And in the study of the performance of a miniature rechargeable battery, we may be interested only in its power and life length. All these numbers are associated with situations involving an element of chance. In other words, they are values of random variables.
In the study of random variables, we are usually interested in these probabilities distributions, namely in the probabilities with which they take on the various values in this range.
First, we consider random variables. To be more explicit about the concept of a random variable, let us consider a probability space omega sp. A random variable x on a sample space omega is a real function x of omega where for each real x element r, the set is look like this. That is, it is a random event. Therefore, the random variable is a function x such that omega tends to r where for each x element r holds a relation like this. The definition implies that we can determine the probability of x of omega less than x for any x element r.
What is sample space?
A group of all values which holds this relation is called sample space.
What is probability distribution of a discrete random variable x?
The probability distribution of a discrete random variable x is a list of the possible values of x together with their probabilities, and it is looked like this. The probability distribution always satisfies these two conditions.
Next, we will discuss the binomial distribution. Many statistical problems deals with the situations referred to as repeated trials. For example, we may want to know the probability that 1 of 5 rewards will rupture in a tensile test, or the probability that 9 of 10 DVR players will run at least 1000 hours. The probability that 45 of 300 drivers stopped at a roadblock will be wearing seatbelts, or the probability that 66 of 200 television viewers interviewed by a rating service will recall what products were advertised on a given program. To borrow from the language's games of chance, we might say that in each of these examples, we are interested in the probability of getting X successes in N trials, or in other words, X successes and N minus X failures in N attempts.
There are common features to each of the examples. They are all composed of a series of trials which we refer to as Bernoulli's trials, and it holds some assumptions. First one is there are only two possible outcomes for each trial, that is arbitrarily called success and failure, without inferring that a success is necessarily desirable. And the second one is the probability of success is the same for each trial. And the third one is the outcome from different trials are independent. If the assumptions cannot be met, the theory we develop does not apply. And the fourth one is there are a fixed number n of Bernoulli trials conducted.
Can you explain checking the adequacy of Bernoulli's trials assumption with an example?
Yes, for checking the adequacy of the Bernoulli trials assumptions, first we have to consider a statement that is drivers stopped at a roadblock will be checked for failure to wear a seatbelt. Can thus be treated as Bernoulli trials? There are only two outcomes here, and we call not wearing a seatbelt as a success. If all cars are treated alike, their drivers would all have the same probability of not wearing a seatbelt. If drivers are grouped by age, you may need different probabilities for person under 20 than those 30 to 40 years old. then you would not have Bernoulli trials. The results on seatbelt wear for different drivers should be independent. There is no obvious common cause. If someone caught without a seatbelt wear to inform oncoming cars about the checkpoint, that would introduce dependence.
Can you give an example for binomial probability distribution when n equal to 3?
Yes, for that, first we consider the question. When a relay tower for wireless phone service breaks down, it quickly becomes an expensive proposition for the phone company and the cost increases with the time it is inoperable. From company records, it is postulated that the probabilities is 0.90 that the breakdown can be repaired within 1 hour for the next 3 breakdowns on different days and different towers. First one is list all possible outcomes in terms of success S repaired within 1 hour and failure F not repaired within 1 hour. Second one is find the probability distribution of the number of successes X among the 3 repairs. Okay, first we write FSS for the outcome where the first repair is not made within 1 hour and the second and third are successful. The 8 possible outcomes can be systematically arranged like this. Here it is arranged in the order with respect to x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 where the number of successes x is the same for each outcome in a column. This value is recorded at the bottom of the column. The results of repairs on different days and different towers should be independent. Also, the probability of success 0.90 is the same for each repair. Therefore, the probability that x equal to 0 is 0.1 into 0.1 into 0.1 that is 0.001. Next, the probability of FFS is 0.1 into 0.1 into 0.9 that is equal to 0.009 and both SFS and FSS have the same probability. Consequently, the probability that x equal to 1 is 3 into 0.009 which is equal to 0.027. Note that the number of outcomes where x equal to 1 is just the number of ways to select 1 or 3 trials for the S and the others are F. By similar reasoning, the probability that x equal to 2 is written like this. Finally, the probability that x equal to 3, that is no repair takes over 1 hour, is written like this. All of these probabilities can be expressed by the formula f of x is equal to p of x equal to x which is equal to 3x 0.9 raised to x into 0.1 raised to 3 minus x for all x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the probability distribution for a binomial random variable when the success probability is p is equal to 0.9 and there are n is equal to 3 trials.
What is binomial distribution?
Let x be the random variable that equals the number of successes in n trials. To obtain probabilities concerning x, we consider if p and 1 minus p are the probabilities of successes and failure on any one trial, then the probability of getting x successes and n minus x failures in some specific order is p raised to x into 1 minus p raised to n minus x. Clearly, in this product of p's and 1 minus p's, there is one factor p for each success, one factor 1 minus p for each failure. The x factors p and n minus x factors 1 minus p are all multiplied together by virtue of the generalized multiplication rule for more than 2 independent events. Since this probability applies to any point of the sample space that represents x successes and n minus x failures, We have only to count how many points of this kind there are and then multiply p raised to x into 1 minus p raised to n minus x by this. The number of ways in which we can select the x trials on which there is to be a success is nx. The number of combinations of x objects selected from a set of n objects. Multiplying, we arrive at a relation like this. This probability distribution is called the binomial distribution because for x equal to 0, 1, 2 up to n, the values of the probabilities are the successive terms of the binomial expansion of p plus 1 minus p the whole raised to x. For the same reason, the combinatorial quantities nx are referred to as binomial coefficients.
Can you give an example for evaluating binomial probabilities?
Yes, the question is, it has been claimed that in 60% of all solar heat installations, the utility bill is reduced by at least 1/3. Accordingly, what are the probabilities that the utility bill will be reduced by at least 1/3 in? First one is 4 of 5 installations. Second one is at least 4 of 5 installations. To solve this, first substitute x equal to 4, n is equal to 5 and p equal to 0.60 into the formula for the binomial distribution. We get 0.259. And to solve the second question, first substitute x equal to 5, n is equal to 5 and p equal to 0.60 into the formula for the binomial distribution. We get 0.078 and the answer is the addition of 0.259 and 0.078, that is 0.337.
Can we use a binomial probability to guide decision making?
Yes, for example, a manufacturer of external hard drives claims that only 10% of his drives require repairs within the warranty period of 12 months. If 5 of 20 of his drives required repairs within the first year, does this tend to support or refute the claim? Let us first find the probability that 5 or more of 20 of the drives will require repairs within a year, when the probability that any one will require repairs within a year is 0.10. Here, to solve this question, I am using binomial probability function table and I got 0.0432 as the answer. Since this probability is very small, it would seem reasonable to reject the hard drive manufacturer's claim. Okay, we will discuss more on this topic on another session, and the binomial probability function table which I was used here to solve the problem is attached with the PDF of this video.
For PDF of this session and more study materials, you can join us on Telegram. Thanks for watching.
Have a nice day.